Before we get to the video, feel free to check out my Patreon linked in my bio where I post exclusive content that I won't see here on YouTube or any of my other social media accounts like stop motions, toy photography, music production, behind the scenes of projects I work on such as videos and dioramas, plus more for $5 a month. Now let's get straight to it. What's up you guys? And I haven't seen this luscious face in a while, but we've got some news to cover in today's video, so thank you for clicking on it. So last night we have some weird revelations that happened on the TFW boards. And so Laserwave, who likes to buy stolen factory copies of figures on eBay and do photography with them on TFW, he decided to reveal and tease that he actually has the upcoming Studio Series 86 Leader Class Megatron and the upcoming Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Widowmaker. And there are some teaser images here. So this was like the first one that he dropped, I think. It was Megatron basically breaking through the box, the Chinese box that this figure came in, if I remember correctly, from like the first image he sent of the box or whatever. And the arm, is really not a lot to take from this. It's an arm of Megatron, but I mean, it's obviously new. Like you can see the articulation on the fingers is really cool. Very similar to 86 Optimus, like what Prime vs. Prime said like a week and a half ago. The arm, like the forearm, it seems a little too chunky, but it still looks good, and obviously it has to transform. It looks like the hand has to flip into the forearm, so they had to make it a little bit bigger to fit those pieces, which is obviously understandable. Sculpted details look cool and blah, 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 but obviously not a lot to go off of right there. And then a little bit after that, yesterday at the time of this recording, he dropped a teaser of Widowmaker's leg, lower leg, and I gotta say, this is like something a bit less good looking to me. I know the whole thing is ridiculous, like I'm just making a news update video on like limbs of Transformers, but just going by all the kibble and like the chubbiness and blockiness of this lower leg of Widowmaker, which if you don't know who that is, you've never seen her design, her concept art from Age of Extinction, she is far from a chunky, blocky character. Very slender, curvy, the typical, stereotypical female Transformer build. And just going by this lower leg portion right here, Hasbro, the Studio Series team, they definitely probably did not nail that. I know it's hard to do that within something like a $25 modern day deluxe, where the design virtually has next to no car parts, and they have to, they can't do a licensed vehicle because I think she was based off of the same Pagani as Stinger, but Stinger took her place in the movie. So, I mean, it is a tough design to translate into toy form, but at the same time, they've done these humanoid movie designs justice recently, the last couple of years in the past, and it just seems like Widowmaker would be something a bit more in line with like Age of Extinction Studio Series Crosshairs, TLK Hot Rod, AOE Galvatron, just recent updates of that era of Bayverse that has actually been really well done with the humanoid look translated into mainline Studio Series, but just going by this lower leg, I know it's kind of ridiculous, but I mean you could tell it's not going to be the most accurate figure in the world. And then we have this other image that he dropped a few hours later after those first two initial images of Studio Series Megatron's full arm, basically, this time around. And again, it's the arm. It is what it is. You got the 5mm peg there for the arm cannon. The sculpted details look cool. It seems like they're putting a bit more sculpt into it than what they really need to in terms of the accuracy to the animation model from the movie and the cartoon. But, you know, that's just something they probably did to fill in the budget and just make it feel more premium and worth the $55 that this leader class is going to go for. So I like that, and the details do look cool. The greebling on his arm, I do like that. The lack of paint is a little bit like, it would be nice if this gray was maybe silver, but at the same time, that's like a give and a take, because if you do paint it all silver, there's a lot of room for scuffing over time in terms of transformation or just overall play wear. So maybe they did go the right decision with just leaving it light gray plastic like this. But they've done it good before in the past, like with the Combiner Wars Megatron, that figure being coated everywhere in silver paint and it not really rubbing off easily in terms of the copy that I had, at least. I transformed that a bunch of times and barely any silver paint in like the prominent areas came off where you wouldn't want silver paint to be removed. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but obviously not too big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. But any day now we should be seeing this Widowmaker and Megatron, and y'all know me on this channel. I'm going to cover those leaked images in detail when we finally see the full figures and not limbs teased by laser wave on TFW. But regardless, shout out to you, man, for doing these teasers. I don't know why he's doing these teasers. Is it like because the people that sold these figures to him don't want these to leak in full just yet? Like, because I've seen that before sometimes, I think, where like the initial leakers that sell these figures to people, or the people that have them in general, like the main source, just don't want to leak it right now for whatever legal reason or something. Or they just want to tease fans and just keep dripping out little details or whatever. It's stuff like that. Kind of odd, but I guess that's just the world we live in with Transformers figure leaks. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about these teaser leaked images of 86 Megatron and AOE Widowmaker? And yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye!